What's up, everybody? Justin here with a new episode of Who's Better between two legendary factions, whatever you want to call them, factions, groups, whatever. One of the factions is right there. That faction is one of the factions I will be talking about in this episode of Who's Better, and debating for both sides of who I think is better, which group, which faction was better, the good and bad of both factions. I'm not talking about the Wolf Pack and the red and black against the white and black. No, that's not what this Who's Better is about. This Who's Better is the NWO versus D-Generation X. The NWO against DX in this new episode of Who's Better. Had to represent with NWO gear. There it is. I sadly don't have a DX shirt. Maybe someday I'll get one. Because I was a big fan of DX. And during the Attitude Era, I was a mark. I loved DX, and I loved what they did. Not so much when it was Shawn Michaels, Rick Rude, Chyna, Triple H. I wasn't a fan of that DX group. Really, I wasn't. I was a fan of when they're baby faces with Triple H, the Outlaws, and X-Pac and Chyna. That, in my opinion, that was the best DX in '98. And they were good when they came back as just Shawn Michaels and Triple H. They were entertaining and still good in 2006 and 07. And they even came back in 2010. And 2018 they came back. So, first I'm going to talk about DX. But in this Who's Better episode between DX versus the NWO. First, I'm going to talk about the bad, the really just lame, stupid shit that DX did. This is some of the bad. DX, Shawn Michaels, I don't know what time he did this. I don't even know if DX was started. I think they were. But it's a GIF. It's all over the internet. It is a GIF where, and I'm not going to do the gesture that Shawn Michaels did on camera. Maybe you didn't know he's on camera, but I think he did. I think it was during a Raw. He was mocking a fan in the crowd, basically like he was sucking dick. And now it's a GIF. Again, I'm not going to try to reenact it. I'm not going to do that. And again, anybody that's lesbian, bi, gay, I don't care. If you're into sucking dick, that's awesome. I'm not going to judge you for that. So, anyways, there's a GIF out there. I'm sure you've seen it. The GIF on Twitter and wherever else you get them of Shawn Michaels sucking dick. He was trying to piss off a fan. I do not think Shawn Michaels was homophobic at all, but I believe he's just trying to get heat and pissing off a fan or pissing off the fans. He was outside the ring doing it, and that it's a GIF. If you've never seen the GIF, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But he's like acting like he's sucking dick, and he's holding balls also. So, anyways, that was just bad. I don't know what month it was, but I believe it was in '97. That was just bad. I mean, yeah, I get it. Shawn Michaels is acting mature, like DX used to, doing juvenile shit. But that was not good. Shouldn't have done that. Uh, I know it's the Attitude Era, and I guess WWF didn't. I don't know. Vince brought it up to Shawn and said, "Don't do that ever again." I don't know. He probably got yelled at, and I don't think he ever did again. But my opinion that you can never do that nowadays. It would be a bad look for the company if a talent decided to do that. So up next, more bad. 1997, around December, Triple H, HBK expose their ass on Monday Night Raw. Where they're dressed up. It's like a Christmas episode. And I think they had painted or written on their ass, Merry Xmas or something like that. Anyway, I believe they had like thongs on, but still, that was too much of their ass. I didn't need to see that. That was stupid and it was bad. Maybe the ladies enjoyed it, but I didn't. So, and if you enjoyed it, awesome. Good for you. Up next, more bad. Just Degeneration X in Your House pay-per-view. Triple H and Shawn Michaels did not lose on the pay-per-view. Triple H took on Sergeant Slaughter in a boot camp match. I was okay with Triple H going over because he should have. He's younger and in his prime. Shawn Michaels not losing to Ken Shamrock. I had a problem with it. I thought he should have lost the title. He could have won it back in a week or a month. I mean, come on. Ken Shamrock should have defeated Shawn Michaels for the WWF title at the DX pay-per-view in your house. But I get why Shawn and Triple H did not lose, because the pay-per-view kind of was named after DX. But still, I thought it was bad that Shawn Michaels would not lose to Ken Shamrock. Took on Owen Hart on a Monday Night Raw for the WWF title. I thought he should have lost to Owen Hart and put Owen Hart over. Again, Shawn could have got the damn title back in a week or a month. But no, Shawn won job to Ken Shamrock or Owen Hart. And maybe Vince never wanted him to job and lose the title for a short time. I guess the plan probably was, let's have Shawn hold on to it and drop it to Stone Cold. But still, I thought it was bad that Shawn Michaels defeated Ken Shamrock and Owen Hart on a Raw. And also, during 97-98, Triple H and Shawn Michaels won and got put over way too much, in my opinion. Triple H even defeated Owen Hart at WrestleMania 14 and at Unforgiven 98 in your house. He shouldn't have. Triple H should have put Owen Hart over. He should have. In my opinion, he should have put him over for the European title. So more bad. More bad. This was bad. This was a bad look for WWF. It was like a slap in the face. WCW got one up on them. DX member, an original DX member. I don't know if he's a member, but he was a bodyguard. I guess he's a bodyguard or a manager. He was part of DX. I'm going to just say that. Rick Rude, ravishing Rick Rude, was a part of DX, in my opinion, with China. So Rick Rude, an original member of DX, jumps to WCW and appears on Nitro in November. I don't know the date, but November 97. Rick Rude appears on a taped Raw with DX, I believe, and then appears live on a WCW Nitro. Rick Rude was on both shows, on 2 shows on the same night. That's hilarious. So that was bad for DX. That was not a good time for DX. More bad. And there's a lot more good with DX, in my opinion. They did a lot more good than bad. But the final bad, or some more bad. 2 more really bad things that I did not like. Shawn Michaels, Triple H against the Kane and the Undertaker. I almost called him the Kane, but Kane and the Undertaker. At Crown Jewel, and some explosion just went off, like 2-3 blocks away. Maybe it was a firework. I don't know, but it's really damn loud. So if I jumped, that kind of freaked me out. But anyways, it's probably giant illegal fireworks that people are buying from Japan all the time and shooting them off near my house in the summer. So I apologize, I got distracted. It was like a lot of explosion noise. Hopefully no one's injured, but whatever. Just people being stupid idiots. So, more bad. Shawn Michaels, Triple H at Crown Jewel, taking on the Brothers of Destruction. DX against the Brothers of Destruction. Well, it was about 20 years too late. Or 18, 17 years too late to do DX and Brothers of Destruction in 2018. I get it. It was at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, and the damn government wants legends. Every damn show they want a legends match. It was stupid and it was bad. Triple H got hurt, tore his pec or injured something, and he was out for a while. And even look at the picture, Triple H had like a giant bruise. It was like black. His skin was like all black up here. So Shawn Michaels also came back. Yeah, I understand he did it just for a payday, and I'm sure he made a ton of money. But Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time, and he did not look that good. At Crown Jewel, he should have stayed retired. I enjoyed seeing him, but it was not the same HBK from like 2007 or 6. It wasn't even the 2008 same Shawn Michaels or 2009 Shawn Michaels. Yeah, he actually did a moonsault off the top to the floor. Like every single guy looked like they got injured in the match. The only guy that probably did not get injured, I think, was maybe Undertaker. I don't know. So Shawn Michaels Triple H against the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel was really bad. More bad. The final bad for DX. DX 2000. The McMahon Helmsley era from DX in 2000 was not good. It was shoved down the fans' throats. Nobody wanted it. It went on too long. DX 2000 went on way too long. It was stupid. And Triple H kind of, I think by June, he was not really in DX anymore. He was just with Stephanie. But still, Tori, Road Dogg, and X-Pac were still teaming up and using the DX 2000 theme. I believe Run DMC did it. A new DX theme. It was pretty cool, but I didn't like it. DX 2000 in the McMahon Helmsley era was bad. Really bad. Thank God Triple H jobbed and put The Rock over at Backlash. So now the good from DX. The good shit that they did. Some of the good matches and feuds that they had. The Nation of Domination feud. Great. Great stuff. Triple H's feud with The Rock. DX's feud with Vince and Shane McMahon. That was really good stuff. In 2006 and I think 07. DX's feud with Rated RKO. It wasn't that long, but I enjoyed it. DX had a good feud with Rated RKO and Legacy and the DX theme song. My God, the original. So good. So damn awesome. Just such a good theme. The D-Generation X theme is definitely top 5. It is just great. It's one of my favorite themes in wrestling. More good. TLC 2009. The first time ever Shawn Michaels and Triple H won the tag team titles at TLC 2009. They win the tag titles for the first time. I think they might have also won them maybe in 2007 or 8 or 6. I can't remember. But I think they had them before 2009. Anyways, these were at TLC 2009 when Triple H and Shawn Michaels won. I think it was for the undisputed tag titles. So they had 2 tag titles. More good from DX. They are one of the most over factions and definitely one of the most over factions in WWF history for damn sure. They were so damn over. So over. Especially in 98. They were so damn over. The catchphrases they had were damn good. All the catchphrases, Road Dogg on the mic, when the New Age Outlaws were tag team champs in Super Over and DX. Road Dogg on the mic starting it off saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages." That was great. Great shit. I forget everything he said. D-Generation X proudly presents the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, Road Dogg Jesse James, Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. That was just great shit. Great promo skills by Road Dogg. Just DX had great catchphrases. Triple H with "Are you ready?" And he gets up on the ropes and goes, "I said, are you ready?" And he goes for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to suck it. That was just good shit. Good catchphrases. And all the guys in DX, the Outlaws, Triple H, X-Pac, they were all good on the mic. Triple H and Road Dogg were definitely the best on the mic out of everyone else. So many great catchphrases. They were so over. The suck it. Coming up with suck it. The suck it. That was great. I mean, I remember when I was in middle school, 7th and 8th grade in 98. Or I think it was 90. I know it was 98 for sure. 98, 99. Suck It was so over. Everybody in my school was watching WWF. Everybody. Every friend I knew in school. Every kid I knew. Kids I didn't speak to walking the hallways going like that. Everybody did it. Some kids did it at teachers that were not good kids. They would yell at teachers to suck it. That was not good, but it was pretty damn funny at the time. So, nobody nowadays, I doubt, in public is yelling at strangers to suck it. Hopefully not. But just suck it was pretty damn over. It was super over. You had sports stars doing it, NFL players doing it, rock stars doing it, rappers, everybody, entertainers doing it. Probably movie stars were doing it. But just remember what that means. Telling someone to suck it. That is controversial and pretty rated X. So now, more good. More good. DX going in the Hall of Fame. That was good. That was entertaining. China. And by the way, suck it. Not just super over by entertainers and sports stars, but it was worldwide. It was known worldwide, the suck it chant. And doing that, it was known worldwide. Even the NWO, Hall and Nash were going like this. But they weren't doing that, but they're going like this. Suck it. And 6, when X-Pac was 6, before he joined DX, 6 was even doing that in WCW. Of course, because 6, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall were part of the clique. So they're probably doing a shout out to DX. And that's pretty amazing that 6, X-Pac, Sean Wadman, that is pretty historic. That the guy was part of NWO first, joined a legendary faction first in 96, and then when he came back to WWF after WrestleMania 14, he joined DX. That's pretty damn amazing. X-Pac, the only guy that has been part of the NWO and DX. And X-Pac as 6 was part of the original NWO, not the watered down version that had like 20 members in it by the end of 98, 99. So again, DX going to Hall of Fame in China. China going into the Hall of Fame. That was great. Also, DX was really good, in my opinion, in 2006. Around 2006, 2007, 2009. Or these were the years. The years DX was active. DX was like around from 97, 98, part of 99, and came back in 2000. Then they came back in 2006, 2007, 2009, 2010, and 2018. DX was around. And China was a huge part of DX. She really was. She was super over also. And I'm glad she's in the Hall of Fame. More good that DX did. Their promos were really good. Remember Billy Gunn getting the mic and screaming, "If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you." And the crowd just going insane, yelling, "Suck it." So even more good, when the New Age Outlaws started getting a push around the end of 97 into 98. They got a really big push, and the New Age Outlaws pushed, got Terry Funk and Cactus Jack in a dumpster and closed the top and locked them in the dumpster. And the Outlaws pushed Cactus and Terry Funk off the stage on Raw. That was a great moment. And that was pretty damn good. I think that was in December 97 or January 98 that they pushed him off the stage in the dumpster. Maybe it was November 97. I'm not sure. I think it was December or January. So more good DX did. Shawn Michaels had a good feud with Vince McMahon. Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 22 was really good, I thought. X-Pac had really good matches with Owen Hart at King of the Ring 98, and X-Pac had a really good match with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 15. The Rock and Triple H had a great feud and great matches. They had a ladder match. Well, first they had a really good 2 out of 3 falls. Maybe it was a Iron Man match for 30 minutes. I can't remember. I think it was 2 out of 3 falls Iron Man match or something. But it was at Fully Loaded 98 in your house. The July 98 pay-per-view. Triple H and The Rock had a really good match for the IC title. I think The Rock won. I'm pretty sure. And then at SummerSlam 98, at Madison Square Garden, they had a really good ladder match for the IC title. It was really damn good. Triple H won the IC title and the Garden exploded. So Shawn Michaels, again, had great matches later with Vince at WrestleMania 22, and then I believe against Vince and God at Backlash, I think 06. Shawn also, I think, had a good match with Shane McMahon on Saturday night's main event, or against Spirit Squad and Shane, something like that. I think Shawn also had a Nodes Bar match or something with Shane, I think, in 06 on a pay-per-view. Also, Shawn Michaels had a good feud in a really good match when he was still part of DX against John Cena at WrestleMania 23. Sadly, Triple H was taken out by, I believe he tore his quad again. So he was out of WrestleMania 23. But Shawn Michaels replaced Triple H and took on John Cena for the WWE title. They had a damn good matchup. So that's all the good DX did. They did a lot of good. They had a lot of good feuds, a lot of memorable moments. How could I forget in 98 when they invaded WCW Nitro? They invaded them. Took a little, not a tank truck, but like a little army truck or an army jeep, and they drove down the ramp and tried to get in to where the wrestlers were let in for Nitro, and they were banging on the door saying, "Hey, Eric, let us in." Talking about Eric Bischoff, saying, "Let us in, Eric." Even Road Dogg was banging on the door saying, "I want to talk to my brother," because his brother is Brad Armstrong and Steve Armstrong and Scott Armstrong. I believe all worked in WCW in 98. I know that Brad Armstrong was still wrestling in 98. I don't know if Scott and Steve were, but they were employed at one time by WCW. And X-Pac was banging on the door. Just funny shit, saying, "Let me see my friends. I want to talk to Hall and Nash." That was really good. Really entertaining, good shit. When DX, I believe it was like May, episode of Raw in May 98, when they invaded Nitro. That was really good. Triple H on the megaphone, on like a megaphone yelling, "Did you get free tickets? How did you get your tickets into the building? Were they free or did you pay?" And then fans were yelling, "They were free. I got them for free." That was not a good look for WCW. That was like an uppercut to the jaw by WWF at the time, in my opinion. that was a really good shot they took at WCW when DX invaded. And Triple H is on the megaphone yelling, does WCW sucks? And it was just funny shit. And a lot of fans that were going into Nitro were all going like this. Like they could care less about Nitro and they loved seeing DX there. So anyways, that's all the good DX did. Now let's get to the NWO, the New World Order, which was formed as the Outsiders, basically. Hall and Nash were known as the Outsiders before Hogan joined. So, Hogan was the third man. I'm going to start with the good for the NWO. And then I'll get to the bad, because they had a lot of bad. So this was just all the good stuff the NWO did in their run. They were together from 96 to about 2002, their run lasted. In 2000 and 2001, they were not really around in a group. They were not active. This was good. The third man was Hulk Hogan, was the third man and joined the NWO at Bash at the Beach 96. I'll never forget it. I had a really good friend at the time that watched Bash in the Beach because the guy had an illegal, or his dad had an illegal cable black box, which you could get all the pay-per-views and watch them without being caught or having to pay. It was a thing in the 90s. Long story, maybe you never heard of it, but it was around in the 90s. It was called a black box. Basically, it was a cable box where you could get all the illegal channels and all the porn and Playboy channel, Spice channel, stuff like that, and pay-per-views. So at the time, my friend watched. The guy wasn't a good friend because I don't talk to this scumbag anymore. The guy was a real fake friend, in my opinion. So, anyways, the guy wasn't really a good friend because the fucker would not invite me. And the guy lived downstairs from me, by the way. The guy lived downstairs from me. And, he lived downstairs from me, watched Bash at the Beach 96, and when it was over, I knocked on his door, basically, and asked him what happened. And he tells me, Hulk Hogan turned bad, he joined Hall and Nash. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I was like, you're kidding. It's like Hulk Hogan is bad, he's a heel. At the time, I didn't say heel, I just said he turned bad. I didn't really know the term heel when I was like 12 years old. I was like, you're kidding. Hogan is bad now. I couldn't believe it, and I had to see it, and eventually I did see it. But that friend was a real dick, real jerk off for not inviting me down to his house. He did invite me later on, probably by, I think, SummerSlam 96. He started inviting me to watch pay-per-views with him and his dad. So by like SummerSlam 96 until the end of 97, 98, I watched a lot of pay-per-views at his house. But the guy's a jerk. He knew I loved Hogan. And he knew I wanted to see every pay-per-view badly because I didn't have cable in 96 at the time. Long story short, my mother's a single mother. She couldn't afford cable until like September 98. So, anyways, at the time, the guy knew, and this guy was my best friend. My best friend from like 93 until like 2003, I would say. The guy knew I didn't have cable. He knew I loved wrestling. He knew I loved and was addicted to WCW and WWF. And the guy wouldn't invite me to watch Bash at the Beach. to see who the third man was. So to that guy, I won't mention his name, but F you. That was not cool to not invite me. I would have invited you if I had a legal black box and got all the pay-per-views for free. I would have let you come upstairs and watch it. So that was great. Hogan, that was good. Hogan being the third man, that was just so good. And NWO did a lot of good shit on pay-per-views in 96. Just all the raising hell. It was unpredictable. You never knew when the NWO was going to strike and what they were going to do to WCW talent and all the baby faces. You just never knew. It was every week on Nitro. I'm talking about after Bash at the Beach. Every single week on Nitro was must-see TV. It was must-watch every Monday night. Just raising hell and destroying everybody on Nitros. That was great. That wasn't just good, that was great. I mean, beating up the Horsemen and beating up Benoit and the Faces of Fear and the Macho Man. That was good shit. So they also raised hell and attacked a lot of WCW guys on Saturday night, on WCW Saturday night. That was also good shit. And as I said, they ran wild on pay-per-views too. From July 96, this is more good. From like July 96 until after Starrcade 97, everything the NWO did was pretty damn good and pretty cool, in my opinion. That time period, July 96 to after Starrcade, WCW and the NWO couldn't do any wrong. Everything they did, everything they hit was a home run, in my opinion. So this is more good, or this is all good. When I get to the bad, I'll say it's bad. More good for the NWO. When they when Kevin Nash power bombed Eric Bischoff off the stage at the Great American Bash 96, that was great. First, Scott Hall punched him in the stomach, and then Nash picked him up, jackknifed him off the stage through that wooden table. That was awesome. That was shocking. That was different. That you saw a wrestler attack an announcer, and I think Bischoff was known as a vice president on TV already, so it was like basically they were attacking their boss, and it was pretty damn shocking and pretty revolutionary. Some more good. NWO's feud with Sting. NWO's great feud with Sting. And Sting's feud with Hollywood Hogan building up to Starrcade 97. It was so good. It was so well done. It was just good shit. Sting's feud with the NWO and Hollywood Hogan. NWO's feud with the Horsemen. That was good shit. Especially going into War Games 96. At Fall Brawl 96. The Moment, more good. The Moment, the Giant, when he joined the NWO on Nitro and started chokeslamming everybody in WCW, that was great. More good. When 6, when 123, he was known as 123 Kid, when 6 joined the NWO, that was good. War Games 96, really good, and War Games 97 matches were really good because the NWO was involved. Again, Hogan's feud with Sting in 97. In their match, the build-up in the match at Starrcade 97, good stuff. Some don't like their match at Starrcade 97, but I enjoyed it. So, just more good. WCW in December, I think, or Nitro, WCW Nitro in November or December 97, I think, turned into NWO Monday Nitro. That was a pretty damn cool moment. That was pretty damn cool. When they switched it over to NWO Monday Nitro, that was cool. That was good. NWO's feud and Hollywood Hogan's feud with Goldberg in their matchup, July 1998 WCW Nitro. I think it's July 7th, 98. Great big feel main event pay-per-view type match on Nitro from the Georgia Dome. Dennis Rodman joining the NWO. That was good shit. And the guy was a big star also. Just more good the NWO did. They were cutting edge. What the stuff they did when they were attacking WCW talents outside or attacking their cars or attacking them in parking lots. That was just good shit. Just NWO as a group in 96 and 97 was cutting edge. It was revolutionary. The stuff they did was never seen before, really. I mean, you could say the Horsemen in the 80s kind of were revolutionary as a heel faction, and they were. They attacked Dusty outside in a parking lot, but this was different. What the NWO did, and especially attacking the Macho Man and the Horseman and Kevin Nash throwing Rey Mysterio like a dart into the truck, that was awesome. That attack felt real. It felt real, and I guess the people of Florida or the fans or somebody thought the attack backstage looked so real, someone called the cops and the fire department to show up. And they did show up. Macho Man jumped on a limo and tried to climb in it as it was driving off. That was awesome. So more good. Again, more good definitely was the NWO shirt. Right there, the original black and white NWO designed shirt. That is an original, ladies and gentlemen. I bought that in 1998, and it still fits me. That's one of the original shirts, and that was great. That was just really good. The NWO shirt, still one of the best wrestling shirts ever, in my opinion. That one's good too, red and black, but nothing's better than the original white and black. Also, that's not the front of the shirt. That's the back of the shirt. So that's why I never wear it on videos. Because I'm not going to wear it turned around. That'd be pretty stupid. The front of it is Kevin Nash. God damn it. So yeah, the front has Kevin Nash's face on it. Because basically he was like the leader of the Wolfpack. So there's Big Sexy. I don't know if I can get these back up. So I got a lot more to talk about the NWO. Good and bad. So the good definitely was the NWO shirt. That was really good. The all the catchphrases they had just were great. Hogan with "This is where the power lies." That was pretty damn funny, I thought. Also, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. That's a great catchphrase. And when you're NWO, you're just too sweet. That was a great catchphrase. Also, Scott Hall. doing his survey. It's survey time. Are you here to see WCW? And then he'd say, or are you here to see and the fans would just take over and go, the NWO. Oh, that was just good stuff. All the great catchphrases the NWO came up with. By the way, they came up with that. Or you could say the Click did, but NWO made it popular. The Too Sweet. Too Sweet was around, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know. Too Sweet, and this was around way before the Young Bucks started doing it. NWO made it cool. Young Bucks just ripped it off. So, more good. The NWO did. I'm just looking over all my notes because I don't want to skip anything I wrote down. I'm going to get to the bad very soon. Well, let's go to the WWF date. Or more WCW. Let's go to more WCW first. More NWO's run in WCW, the original. This is more good from the NWO and WCW. The promos. In the beginning, when it showed the NWO symbol and says, this is a paid-for announcement made for by the New World Order. That was great. Just revolutionary promos. Really good, entertaining promos. And the promos were in black and white. That was also cool. The look of them. And 96, Hogan cut I want to say it was like August or September. Hogan as Hollywood. As Hollywood, Hogan cut a really long, 8 or 9 or 10 minute promo. And it was in black and white, and Hogan was just going off. And Hall and Nash were in it too. Hogan was talking about Billionaire Ted and stuff like that, and talking about WCW sucks. And Hall and Nash were in the background. They were like, they suck. WCW sucks. That was funny shit. So more good from the NWO. The best members, I'm going to just say the best members of the NWO were Hogan, Hall, and Nash, the 3 original, and I guess you could say 5 or 6. And what else was good was Ted DiBiase, 6, and Eric Bischoff when he joined, and the Giant. That was the best NWO. It should have stayed with at 6 or 7 members. That's it. I really prefer just Hogan, Hall, and Nash, and Bischoff. But 6 and Ted DiBiase and the Giant, they were a big part of the original. So this is more good when Scott Hall and the Outsiders put over DDP, and they wanted DDP to join and put on the black and white. He put it on. He was joining. The black and white shirt was, when you put it on, it was like putting on gang colors. You were part of the NWO. DDP puts it on. Bang! Or has Scott Hall's hand, shakes his hand like they're boys. Pulls Scott Hall. Bang! Diamond cutters him. That was great. That was so good. DDP goes in the crowd, throws it up. And DDP was super over after he did that. Thanks to Hall and Nash helping getting him over. And Scott Hall is a longtime friend of DDP anyways. Scott Hall, I believe, trying to think. Scott Hall. DDP was Scott Hall's manager in 1991 in WCW when he was a Diamond Stud. So DDP and Scott Hall have been boys for a very long time. Very long time. And DDP, if you ask me, Diamond Dallas Page saved Scott Hall's life by taking him in and helping him get sober and doing DDP yoga. So I'll be back in a minute. So, anyways, I was gonna pause it, but some stupid crap message popped up on the screen. I had to get rid of. So, yeah, DP and Scott Hall, they always helped each other out, and Scott Hall helped out DP to get him more over as a babyface. That was really good. And that Diamond Cutter to Scott Hall was on the January 13th, 97 episode of Nitro. That's a great episode. So, more good. Scott Hall and more good. The NWO did the NWO theme song just like DX's theme, but the NWO's is better in my opinion. It is so damn catchy. It is so damn awesome. The NWO theme is money. It is great. It is so good. It's a top three best wrestling theme ever. It's in my top three. Might be number one or two. It is so damn good. More good from the NWO in their WWF run, which was not long, and it was pretty much a fail because Scott Hall got released because the guy needed rehab again or was battling problems. I believe on the plane ride from hell in 2002, I think Scott Hall got really drunk on the plane and was basically fired when Vince found out, or maybe Vince was there when he got loaded. I don't know. But well, I just thought about the plane ride from hell. What happened on it? X-Pac described on the plane ride from hell. They cut all. Well, I can't even say it without laughing. X-Pac said on the plane ride from hell, we cut off Michael Hayes' ponytail. They cut it off when he was asleep. That's pretty hilarious. So, yeah, good that they did in 2002 in the WWF, the NWO's WWF version. Vince cutting that weird promo on SmackDown saying, I'm bringing with me. He spins around and goes, NWO's on back of his chair. Spins around, goes, I'm bringing in the NWO to inject poison into the WWF. And then I don't even understand his promo really. It was weird and just seemed like Vince was perverted and wanted to kill his own company. Why? I don't know. It was weird. Vince saying, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. Why would you want to kill your own company? I don't know. Maybe he wants to kill it now because creative is so damn bad. I'm sure Vince, deep down, I think Vince really wants competition from AEW badly. Because the guy, if he doesn't have competition, he probably will kill his own company. I'm just joking, by the way. I don't think WWF's going to be, or what am I saying? WWE. They're not going to be killed anytime soon. The ratings might drop, but so what? The fans shouldn't care about the ratings. That's not our problem. Yeah, more good. 2002, when Hogan turned face, the NWO was doomed. The group was basically dead when Hogan had to turn face and go back to red and yellow. But the NWO got new life, I thought, in summer, June or July, not in 2002, when Shawn Michaels, HBK, returned and joined the NWO. Shawn Michaels was wearing the white and black. That was pretty shocking. Anyways, I thought they had new life with HBK as a member with Kevin Nash and X-Pac. And the Big Show even joined them again. Booker T even joined them. And then got super kicked. Guy's head super kicked off by a super kick by HBK. I don't know why Booker joined, so they could just beat him up and use them. I don't get it. Anyways, I thought when HBK joined, the NWO was back and it was going to be good. It was going to be good stuff. But then Kevin Nash tore his quad on Raw, and Nash was injured, so it just scrapped the NWO and got rid of it. So now to the bad. Some of the very bad that happened with the NWO. My God, this was bad. Sold out. The first NWO pay-per-view sold out 97. It was a fail of a show. I don't know why it was in Iowa. It should have not been there. They should have went to Vegas or LA or something. So, something really bad was NWO. Sold out 97 pay-per-view. You had too many mid-carders on the show, and they were just all jobbing to the NWO, and just too many mid-carders and jobbers on the sold out that nobody cared about. Nobody really barely got any good reactions, not even the NWO. The fans in Iowa sucked at sold out. I mean, the show was not the worst pay-per-view ever, but it was not good. And then Bischoff and Ted DiBiase were on commentary, and I guess it's some Miss NW, I forget the name of it, a Miss NWO contest. And there's like all these women on bikers. They looked like they were in their 40s or 50s. And I'm sorry, they were not good looking. They were not attractive. Not even when I was watching it at 13 years old. I was like, what? And I watched the pay-per-view with the same friend of mine that lived downstairs. I was like, these women are not hot. They're not sexy. They're not attractive. Me and my friend were like, these women are ugly. I'm sorry. They're ugly. I don't know what WCW's thinking. Well, why couldn't they just hire models or bikini models, swimsuit models to appear in like swimsuits on the bikes? Instead, they have these women in jeans and vests and covered from head to toe in long sleeve shirts and flannel shirts. A lot of the women were fat and had mullets. In 97, I was like, what the hell? I mean, if you really wanted to draw a big number for sold out and get a ton of pay-per-view buys, WCW probably should have hired Jenna Jameson and gave her the win and call her Miss NWO. But I guess Turner went to want to hire a porn star, but whatever. ECW brought in Jenna Jameson twice. I'm just saying the women on the bikes in the contest or women that sent in photos or videos, they were not attractive at all. At least not to me. If you found them attractive, good for you. I did not. And look, I'm no prize. You can call me names all you want. I'm not good looking. I'm a fucking mess. I'm a pig. But I'm saying, in my opinion, those women were not attractive. I'm not saying I'm attractive, but those women in the Miss NWO contest, they should have got women that were attractive and hot because they're putting them on pay-per-view. I don't get it. What the fuck? What went wrong? I don't know. Why didn't they go to a local strip club and hire a whole bunch of strippers and put them in bikinis? I don't get it. So, more bad from the NWO. In 1997 and 98, Hogan was on top way too much. The guy was main eventing way too much, and he shouldn't have been. And he was a world champion for way too long and way too much. In 96 is fine to have Hogan main event pay-per-views, but after, after some time in 97, he shouldn't have been main eventing pay-per-views anymore as the world champ. More bad. Good God, this was bad. And it was the NWO, Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff against Jay fucking Leno. In DDP at Road Wild. It was called Road Wild 98. Bad idea. That was so bad. One of the worst matches ever. I get why they brought in Jay Leno, but because he gave them promotion and mainstream media press, but it was a bad idea. Ugh. More bad. Kevin Nash defeating Goldberg's streak. Kevin Nash, and basically, I guess Nash was kind of out of the NWO, was still in it. I don't know, but that was bad. Kevin Nash defeating Goldberg at Starrcade 98. It was bad, really bad. Should have never happened. More bad. Oh, oofa. Really bad. Good gosh. The Finger Poke of Doom. January 1999 episode of Nitro, the Finger Poke of Doom was really bad. And then you had Hogan and Nash hug it out. And they're laughing. And the Wolfpack and the Black and White joined together. Bad idea. Really bad. Super bad idea to do the Finger Poke of Doom. It drew away a lot. You lost a ton of fans because of that, and you never got them back. That's why WWF kept kicking your fucking ass after you did that. So, I already said that was a good. I'm not going to repeat the good. So, more bad. The Finger Poke of Doom's probably the worst they ever did. That is the baddest thing they did in the just most stupid thing they did. So there is no more bad. I can't think of any more bad the NWO did. Now let's get down to who's better. Who's better between the NWO and DX? Who's better? In my opinion, the NWO wins. The NWO is better. DX was really up there. They were damn good, but NWO's up here. The original NWO's up here. DX is about here. I'm talking about when DX was at their best in 98 and super over. And when NWO was at their best in 96, NWO wins. NWO's better than D-Generation X. What's your opinion? Who do you think is better between DX and the NWO? My opinion, the NWO Black and White, the original, wins, and that is just too sweet. Bye for now, everybody.